Does he have headphones?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's
Two,
listening.
1.
What's up, motherfuckers?
We back in this bitch. I don't know what that was.
That was weird.
Why did you do that? You made me do that all of a sudden. It was like just sparked me up.
You know why I did that? I'll tell you why I did that.
No, you tell me.
Because I was under the distinct impression that I had watched Bad Boys for Life, which is the third volume of that movie.
Okay.
And that I also was under the impression that at one point was the one that was coming out this month,
Oh, yeah.
which is not.
I was under the impression that the one that was coming out this month was the third one.
Fourth one.
Didn't see the third one. I'll tell you why.
I thought I did, but I didn't.
Not a huge fan of those movies.
Great movies. Watched the third one recently, and Red Bull, baby. What's weird about it is like I thought I'd watched it. I thought I'd seen it. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spoiler alert: the lieutenant dies. Bummer. Huge bummer. He was hilarious. He was my favorite part of the whole fucking movie. Martin Lawrence, fat as fuck, old too.
Yeah. I don't
Black
like...
does crack, by the way, 100%. Will Smith, maybe not, sold to the devil, whatever. But Martin Lawrence,
I'm not a huge fan of like action comedies. If they're action comedies, they've got to really lean to one side of it for me.
well, that one was pretty fucked up. Like it was funny, but it was real.
Yeah.
Like
just-
real in the sense that it was
there's-
like more drama.
Yeah. They're so not real though.
Yeah,
That's
they're
the
not
problem.
real, yeah.
I have a huge problem with that.
Yeah, like the dude that was taking shots at him and killing folks and shit. Like that motherfucker was on a motorcycle, doing wheelies, shooting M16s or MP5s. I'm just like, you put 4 in that dude's chest while you're involved in a wheelie.
Involved in a wheel.
You're not fucking doing that shit. You know what else you're not doing?
I have a
You're not doing a fucking endo in the same thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I like those type of action movies are like super unrealistic for like a one-time watch for entertainment, but then I'm like good. I'm like that's okay. Like there's no I don't have any rewatch value in that type of movie.
I don't care about watching it again. I wanted to see it because it was part of the series, and I'm invested in it. Like the first one was hilarious, in my opinion.
Well, the first two were good.
Yeah, they're good. It's, by the way, worse. It's worth watching the third one for sure, 100%.
Okay.
But it's just kind of funny because like I look at shit so different now, like movies, especially shooters, or just like in general, like cop stuff. I guess we'll get into it, but
yeah,
it's great for entertainment value.
Yeah,
but like if you ask me a question that has something to do with like
the actual plot of the movie,
like if you think that there's something in that movie and or show that's legit,
oh yeah,
or like you're curious about something, man.
Do we also want to talk about how the freaking like the cop has a Ferrari?
Yeah, he had a fucking sick Porsche in this one.
Like in the second one, he had a Ferrari, right?
First one was like a 911.
Maybe it was a Porsche. Maybe it was a Porsche. I'm just tripping.
The second one's Ferrari. Third one
like
was
in Miami. Like
RS3.
they live like on the harbor in Miami. Like both of them. Like
he lives.
Fucking
like,
what? Where do I sign up for?
Mike Lowry.
Yeah,
that motherfucker lives on top of a fucking building.
Yeah, like a
with
penthouse
fucking
suite.
Pool, penthouse suite, the whole fucking.
Yeah, like where do I sign up for this PD? Like what the?
Well, the whole plot of that, the plot of that movie was like originally that, like he got a fuck ton of money from his family, but he was always wanted to be a cop. So the backstory to that was like he had money going into it, and no one thought he was a real cop, like that kind of thing.
Sure, Yeah.
So he was constantly trying to prove himself and or just beat the fuck out of people or shoot people or whatever it was. Yeah. But, I mean, single-handedly, one of the funniest parts to any movie was when they opened the door and greeted Martin Lawrence's daughter's date.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
So, you ever been to prison? You ever made love to a man?
I made love to a man.
Want to? Some good shit.
I'm firing up the daily dose of debauchery right now.
A little different.
Today we have whiskey. This one. I can show the camera now.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, you guys see that? You can't read that. That says Black Saddle. Got this maybe a couple months back. I've drinking some of it, but I haven't had any of it straight yet to actually really taste it. I don't remember how much it cost. I don't remember if it was really good.
Guess we're going to find out.
I guess we're going to find out. I do want to get the cost for you guys, though. I saw something interesting about it. Funny enough, Kentucky straight bourbon, so brewed in Kentucky, but bottled in Fairfield, California.
What?
That's so weird, man.
Didn't you live there?
Yeah.
The place is a fucking shithole.
Yeah, it is.
God, what a fucking rugged pile of shit that place is.
Yeah. A lot of gangbangers.
Yeah.
So it's about $60 a bottle. Okay. It was a night. I knew it was a little nicer. $60 a bottle. It's about what you can get it for. Looks like online. Aged 12 years.
I think I'm gonna
Barreled.
hit boost mode.
You're an idiot. Now go ahead. It's just hot. It's just real hot. I can hear it just cooking you.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
45% alcohol, so it's 90 proof. So it's a little higher proof than your normal average bottle, which usually comes in at 80. 45. It's been good, and I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just straight mixed it in my Diet Cokes.
Nice.
Which is probably, not good. I probably should have drank. It's a $60 bottle. I probably should have been drinking it straight, but I just haven't done it yet. Yeah, so we're gonna have some of this
right now. I'm setting up for a good
boomerang.
Slow-mo pour.
Oh, okay.
And betwixt the glasses, I can see Kate Moss's legs.
Oh, that's pretty
Playboy.
awesome. On that Playboy?
Sick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm fucking ready.
Are you guys ready?
They're always ready.
Let's roll it. Oh, it looks pretty good. I like the color on it. Yeah, just do a little light pour here. Nothing too serious.
Sure.
Good old two
That
finger.
was amazing.
Did it look good?
Yeah, of course it did.
Let that ethanol wear off there for a little bit, but you might as well just sit it on the fucking table. I'm just leave mine on the table for a minute. All right.
I'm gonna put one right here because it's flat enough.
I've been going recently because I've been home alone for the past 4 or 5 days.
Oh.
I've been going back and watching either movies that I never got around to watching, or movies that I saw once and never saw them again.
Mm-hmm.
And then watching new things on YouTube, which I just started last night. Oh, that's not true. That's absolutely not true. I started them again for the last 4 or 5 days, things I just haven't watched before. Really enjoying it, man. I went back. The first thing I watched that I saw probably 2 or 3 times, but probably not in the last 20 years, was Gladiator.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen that movie. I probably watched it 2 or 3 times and I didn't remember anything. Really. I remember certain things, but I didn't remember the whole plot of the movie.
Sure.
That's a fantastic movie.
Russell Crowe?
Russell Crowe Gladiator, yeah.
So that was
2000,
Rome,
99,
right?
2000.
Rome.
Yeah.
Interesting that was that Caesar or after?
After Caesar.
Okay, so have you seen that? There's a new show coming out, I think called Caesar, possibly. Maybe not. But Anthony Hopkins plays
Love
Caesar.
that guy. That'd be interesting.
And it's all about Gladiator.
Well, what's funny is they call all the rulers Caesars.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's not the
He's
Caesar.
Julius Caesar.
Yeah, Julius Caesar.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
that's dude, man, I just it was honestly, it was kind of watching a new movie for me, really.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's a great movie. I don't
It's
think
a fucking fantastic
I don't
movie.
know that it again, now I'm looking at it from a 2024 perspective, but Back then, probably. But, like, I don't know, like, it was, like, as fantastic as everyone was, like, really made it out to be when it came in. It won all the awards that year. Like, I mean, it's a great movie. Don't get me wrong. And I guess, you know, probably for the time, yeah, it was fucking cooking.
So it's funny that you talk about that movie. Russell Crowe's a fantastic actor.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty fat now. Like,
real fat now.
Yeah. Watched it. Funny, we're talking about movies. Watched a new movie recently with him in it. And it's called, like, Badlands or something like that. I'll look it up. Me and
like
Courtney
the video game?
Okay. No. So 100% not called that. Land of Bad. I'll bet that's what it's called. Land of Bad. Or something. And that, anyway, point is, he is a drone pilot.
I heard about this movie.
And the other main character is Thor's brother.
Liam. Is it like about him having PTSD from being a drone pilot?
No. He is flying a drone for an op that goes south in South America.
Okay.
Actually, it's not South America. I think it was North Korea. North Korea-ish. Allegedly. Anyway. So Liam gets put on basically he's more of a logistics guy.
Sure.
Radio dude, that kind of deal. Mm-hmm. And he gets thrown into basically on a team.
Right.
To pick up some dudes or a dude or whatever. Anyway, point is, like, so the main plot is them going in country, and then getting ambushed basically or whatever. And Russell Crowe is running the drone, and Liam is the guy that's giving them coordinates to launch.
He's running the Predator drone.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he was at Edwards or something like that, like in that area. It was a fucking good movie. It was actually a really fucking good movie. And I wasn't sure. I mean, again, I'll watch any Russell Crowe movie.
Sure.
Like Beautiful Mind. Forget
movie.
it.
Yeah.
Great fucking movie. But it was interesting to see him now.
Yeah, he's real big.
Big dude. Yeah. For sure. And Anthony Hopkins, honestly thought that guy was dead. Like,
he's like 80, right?
He's got to be over that. Got to be. But I saw that, preview, and I think it's a show. It is a show. It's not a movie.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. That was weird.
Fucking Red Bull.
Red Bull gives you wings and burps. So I would watch anything he's in. I mean,
yeah.
He's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Sir, isn't he a sir now? Didn't he get,
Sir Anthony.
He got knighted.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, if you get famous enough and you're British, you get knighted.
You get knighted.
Sure.
Yeah. Well,
regardless if you're noble or not.
Yeah, you're not. But I mean, sure, whatever.
Did you know that Mike Myers is Canadian?
Yeah, of course I knew that.
I didn't know that.
Really?
Oh, I thought he was British.
No shit.
Yeah.
No, no, from Canada.
Born in Canada.
One of my kin.
Dad was British. Or his mom was British. One of them.
French or British?
Pretty sure it's British.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's why he's got a British accent.
He doesn't, though. He just plays a British. I mean, he's got a Canadian accent. 100%.
I'll tell you, like, I watched the thing about him talking about it. I'm pretty sure he's got a dual passport.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Like, British or Canadian dual passport?
It would be a Canadian dual passport.
Canadian. U.S.
Citizen.
and Canada.
Dual citizen?
Oh, dual citizenship.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah. I can't remember.
Dual passport.
I thought he was British.
Yeah, no. A lot of guys. I mean, Dane Cook, Canada.
Well, a lot of Canadians.
We watched a movie the other night that had, God damn it, what is her name? Fell off the face of the fucking planet, too. She was in Good Luck Chuck with Dane Cook. She's been in a bunch of movies.
Jessica Alba?
Jessica Alba. Just came out with a brand new movie.
Yeah. She hasn't been
Netflix.
around in a minute.
Yeah. Called Trigger Warning.
Oh, I saw it go by. I didn't watch it, but I saw it go by.
Pretty bad. I mean,
yeah. I tried to watch Extraction 2 last night. That was a movie I tried to watch when you left last night.
Didn't like it. Yeah. Terrible. I think they're coming out with Extraction 3.
Yeah, the first one was good.
First one was good.
Again, one of those like really entertainment movies.
Oh,
but
yeah.
That's Chris Hemsworth.
Broke his leg, and he was like,
yeah, he got thrown off the bridge.
Yeah.
The second one picks up as he got thrown off the bridge, like literally picks up right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was like in the hospital, went back to his house
then
on the lake.
Broke some people out of prison.
Right.
That weren't in prison. They were there because terrible. I turned it off right after that scene.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not watching this fucking garbage.
Prison scene.
No, just like him fighting his way out of prison.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a John Wick scene. Like, how many people do you think you can kill when everyone's trying to kill you? Not very many. Not before you die.
Most. What do you figure the over-under is on an average dude?
An average dude?
Maybe like, well, look, I mean, okay, trained dude.
Like a semi-well-trained human being with a pistol?
So what he portrayed in that movie.
Okay.
Which is a well-trained.
Okay, very well-trained team guy. He would not have made it out of the yard where...
Yes.
Yeah, because he was surrounded by 30 dudes.
At least.
It doesn't matter how many guns you have.
had weapons.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Hey, he got stabbed at one point. Doesn't matter how many guns you have or what the guns are.
Yeah.
There's 30 of them.
Right.
You're dead. Yeah.
30 prisoners.
Yeah. Not American real prisoners.
Yeah. And in case you don't know, I would say, being fair, that 70% of prisoners can fight above average. Like, you would...
Above, like, the average of people?
Yeah.
People in the world? It's probably higher than that.
It probably is higher than that, actually.
Because...
I was being... like I said, being conservative.
I think that as a way of people in the world, probably 10% of them can actually fight.
Yeah. Push comes to shove. Life or death situation.
Yeah, most people just curl up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anyways, yeah, Extraction 2. I don't know if it was good or not because it was so bad that I turned it off.
It wasn't that good. I got through it. I did watch it. It was just like, again, I mean, it's one of those things you'd have to be in the mood for, just like background. I guess it's just more like background noise while you're doing other stuff.
The first one I thought was good.
The first one was
if
good.
It was like it was quite as ridiculous as that one. I remember there being some ridiculous things in it, but you're gonna get that out of a non-documentary
John Wick
style.
Is bananas ridiculous also.
Yeah,
but the gun manipulation, the weapon manipulation in that movie, those movies are fantastic.
Yeah, his manipulations are fantastic. What he does with them is stupid as fuck.
Yes.
But yeah, a lot of credit there because how much he trained on Terran Tactical.
Right. I mean, I'm just saying.
I appreciate the shit out of that.
Mm-hmm. Because I mean, you just can't. But at the end of the day, like, as well trained as that.
My favorite part of John Wick is like how aggressive he fucking punches out with his one-handed unsupported pistol shot. He like punches the bullet out like he's throwing a cross.
Yeah. Yeah. Bullet's not going where you think it's going, pal.
Yeah, no. Yeah. That's something gangbangers do. They like try to throw the bullet at you a little quicker. You know what I'm saying? They do like that thing.
Mm. Yeah, the sideways kill shot.
Yeah.
Well, and the yeah, you're like,
you have this, motherfucker.
Yeah. Motherfucker. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, you take all that kind of shit with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
I mean, and again, like the John Wick movies were fantastic for
great entertainment purposes.
Great entertainment. And it was like you could watch it and be like, I say guys like us, but just in general, like if you've trained at all or whatever, you can appreciate
the training that he did.
The training I think the training everybody did in that movie. Not him especially, obviously. I mean, he was well documented, but like everybody in the movie had good training.
Yeah, it was good. It was good as that was.
You can't punch a whole lot of holes through like the actual manipulation parts of it.
No, not a whole lot. And I went back and I watched a movie I had never watched. I'll tell you why I never watched it. I didn't feel the need to watch it because I had heard the fucking story so many times from the actual person. So I didn't feel the need to watch an actor that I don't like play that person in the movie. And that was Lone Survivor.
Yeah.
Like, so I never watched it because I'm just not a Mark Wahlberg fan.
I know you don't like Mark Wahlberg.
Like, I'd heard Marcus Luttrell tell that story on 17 different podcasts.
Yeah.
Or people that responded there. Like, so I was like, I didn't feel the need to watch it because, like, I knew the actual story.
Yeah. So
watching a movie with an actor that I didn't like a Mark Wahlberg. But I fucking sat down and watched it. It was a great movie. I guess it was. It was a great movie.
And it's tough to watch.
I'll tell you what. Maybe parts of that movie were some of the most violent things I've ever seen, to be honest. The parts of that movie where they're falling down the mountain might be the most violent thing in any movie ever.
And Marcus was on set for that movie.
Yeah, he was.
So, like...
Yeah,
you know,
I feel like
I
those
wonder what
scenes
that was
were
like
portrayed a little exploded there.
Maybe, but, like, imagine...
Look, man, one of them fell, like, really far and hit his head on a rock and got up and was fine.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah. Like
a couple of them hit those trees. Oh, but those were violent scenes.
there was 2 movies that were hard to watch because of the reality of the situation and like how it went down in recent history for me.
Yeah.
With that one being one of them because again, you heard Marcus tell that story a bunch.
Yeah.
And then knowing he was there on set to help, portray it all, which had to be incredibly fucking hard for that dude to like go through all that shit because every one of his guys died.
Yeah.
I mean, again, and I guess when you get to that part, it's like, I guess in a sense you're obviously reliving it, but also like paying homage to his partners. The other one was 13th Hour.
Yeah, 13 hours.
13 hours.
I was just gonna say that I watched that one too. That was another one I only watched once when it came out. Let me go back to Lone Survivor for a second. Talk about that. Just like a quick blip. I don't know. Yeah. I almost don't even feel comfortable saying it, but I'm going to since I already said it. Now you can take this with a grain of salt. I have spoken to a person who, air quotes, has met Marcus Luttrell, and I have heard also through other venues, social media wise, podcast wise, video wise, out on the webs within like the special operations community, if you want to call it that guy's kind of a piece of shit. Like, and I'd heard it before, and then I met someone that has met him, again, air quotes, take it with a grain of salt, and he reiterated the same thing. It just made me think of it when you said like that must have been hard, but like it kind of again, I don't know why you wouldn't, but it's like he really seemed to like work off of that, like with the movie, and like again, you might as well, right?
Yeah, I think I know what you're getting at, but like so you're talking about like
there are plenty of other dudes that like there are plenty of other
like
dudes,
fame or whatever you want to call it.
Right, there are plenty of other dudes within regular military teams, whatever, that have lost more than that, and like they're not doing that, and they could. Marcus
was probably one of the first ones that kind of
got really big,
set that kind of standard though, in a sense.
Yeah, but I'm not saying, I'm not talking shit here. I'm just saying what I've heard, and like that was like kind of what you were like. It just made me think of like those things I had heard about him. Like when you talk about like it must have been hard for him on the set and like whatever. And I'm sure obviously it was. There's no way it wasn't. But yeah, I mean, I've just heard like those kind of things, like the money grab thing. But again, like there's other arguments like why wouldn't you? Like if you like if you didn't do your 20 years, you're not getting your military retirement. Like you got to make money somehow, right?
Well, and the other thing to think about too, and I mean, kind of, I'm going to correlate this in no other way than just the idea that there are things that you can't talk about for a certain amount of time for reasons that are very obvious and for reasons that aren't obvious to some people, that would be obvious to us, and that's it. So I'm paralleling these two things on that level only because I have no idea what it's like to be an operator.
Sure, yeah.
I am not at all saying this in that regard.
I was just strictly saying what I've heard from
Right.
different sources, and it's all the same thing. And I'm not saying that that makes it any less shitty what happened to him
Sure,
and any more crazy that he survived. It's awesome, obviously.
Right.
I was just throwing that out there that I'd heard that.
So, like, there has been a thing for up until that deal, really,
Yeah.
where, like, you didn't talk about it to anybody.
Yeah.
You weren't allowed to say anything
Yeah.
for, you know, whether it was clearance purposes.
Well, and still everything has to clear. Like, everything is confidential until,
you
like,
have to,
they release everything.
They had to go through.
Yeah.
And I say they, like, not just Marcus, but like all these other guys that have done this, like, for instance, the whole Bin Laden raid and like those guys that have gone on to write books and to be on all these talk shows and talk about, even to go on Sean Ryan's podcast.
Yeah.
Like all these guys, there was like a gag order, if you will.
Yeah.
Right. And so I say all this to say that, like, we were under the same kind of deal when we worked for the state.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't one of those things where they came out straight out and said, you cannot talk about this, but you knew that you couldn't talk about this.
Yeah. The only thing
you could not say shit about about events that occur in prison while you're working.
Yeah. The only thing different is, like, as soon as we sever ties, like, it's good.
Right.
You sever ties from the military, it's still, you are not talking about it.
Yeah, you still, and again, obviously, very different circumstances.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
And in regard to the way that operations go down, and the way that you are trained for particular operations, the things that you do, all those things are obviously still very secret.
Yeah.
For very obvious reasons and for very unobvious reasons as well.
Yeah.
For us, obviously, you know, I don't know that we would ever go into like operational stuff anyway for like things. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's not as big of a deal, I guess. But like, there's certain things that we may never ever talk about because it's like you don't.
Yeah, no,
there's things that you wouldn't give away.
We definitely shouldn't.
Well, yeah, I mean, fuck, we got partners that still work for the state. Like, you know, out of respect for them, we wouldn't do that. But in any case, like, he kind of broke the dam almost, and like all these other guys kind of. Yeah. Then you started seeing things about Fallujah, started hearing about guys about, you know, obviously the Bin Laden raid, and intricate details about what went down. And then 13 Hours. Yeah. Which was rough. Like, and
a great movie.
Fucking fantastic movie. And has one of the top 3 lines of all time.
Pancakes?
Yep. It's one of my favorite lines ever. And it's it would probably be the dumbest thing, like, for a lot of people. You know, like, why is that so good? And until you're in a really fucked up situation that like you're at a heightened sense of everything and there's a lot of things going wrong and you're not sure when it's going to start going right, and you're in that situation, like, you would not understand how hilarious and calming that is.
Yeah, I got you.
Know.
No, it's a great movie. What else did I watch?
I could crush some fucking pancakes, right? I mean, that's just yeah.
Went back and watched something else too, but I can't remember. I watched Gladiator, I watched 13 Hours. I don't know, and I watched Lone Survivor. Oh yeah, we talked about the 3 that I went back and watched. I never seen Lone Survivor again. I started watching today, actually. I started watching frickin' Adam Savage from Mythbusters.
Yes.
I started watching his YouTube channel. It's called like Tested or something. Adam Savage Tested or something.
Didn't the other guy die? There was a dude that...
Jamie? No, he's still alive.
No, someone from that show recently, or maybe not so recently, died.
Oh,
I'm not. I think it was the Asian guy.
Really?
Hmm? Huh. It had to have been, because if I go back, like the one other dude,
see. Tori.
The one other,
or was that her name? I can't.
That might have been her name. Yeah. The one I always remember is the one where they drove around in circles on a track and they kept putting the fucking tailgate on a truck down to see if it was getting any more or less
gas mileage.
And it didn't.
Yeah,
Nothing
Grant
changed.
Died from a brain aneurysm.
Yeah, Fusaki or whatever.
Imahara.
Whatever. Yeah,
close enough.
Damn close.
Yeah, so I started watching that today. It's really cool. Like,
is that a Netflix thing? Oh no, you said YouTube.
It's YouTube. It's his YouTube channel. He just like he does like these 1 day builds, and they're never 1 day, but
sure.
Like he just like now he just has his fucking shop, and he just does his YouTube channel, and like he just builds stuff that he wants to build.
So those guys started as set builders.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how that all came.
Yeah. They were like special effects guys.
The special effects and set builders. Yeah.
Yeah. He worked for he started out like, I think IGL or something. It was like, it's like a modeling. They made models for the movies for like, vehicles or whatever.
Right.
That's what he started. But he just does like,
wasn't there like a thing where like him and Jamie had like a massive falling out or something?
I don't think so. I've heard him talk about him.
Really?
I think that was just like one of those
Maybe
things
that was,
you hear.
Was that Discovery Channel?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. But anyways, let's taste this whiskey first. Let's get into this. Now that it's had time to breathe its ethanol off.
Smells like heartburn.
I'm just going to go in for a straight taste. Cheers, bud.
Cheers.
That's very interesting. I'm going to tell you guys why in a second. Maybe not. Now that I'm swirling it around, I don't get it as much. Hold on. When I smelled it the first time, it smelled sweet to me.
Yeah, I tasted chocolate right off the bat, which was weird.
But when I tasted it, I didn't get
cocoa.
Yeah, because when I tasted it, I didn't get any sweet at all.
No, not sweet. Yeah, not.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah. But like cocoa
notes.
Yeah, but like I thought that was gonna be sweet, like Maker's Mark, like that, like honey, citrusy kind of like. Man, I still don't know what I'm getting on the nose because it's a little higher in alcohol. I'm not quite that.
Getting a lot of paint thinner.
Relax.
Yeah, paint thinner and chocolate. Yum.
There's definitely some type of dried fruit there on the nose. I'm so bad at picking out the fruits, the dried fruits especially. Yeah, like plum, apricot. Is that what it is? Yeah. Okay, there's definitely some like, okay, there's like a holiday spice in there, like nutmeg or something, or like allspice, or. Okay, yeah, that's all I smell now because that's what I'm thinking about. Like all I smell is like a nutmeg. Interesting. Let me taste it on the tongue, in the mouth feel. Hold on.
I went for it all.
I already tasted it. I'm just saying, like, let me go back again here. The nose doesn't match the palate at all.
No. It's oaky.
I think. Well, 12 years in an oak barrel, I guess it'd do that to you, huh?
No shit. Yeah.
Aged 12 years on that one.
I forgot how whiskey was made.
No, I'm just saying that's a 12 year, though.
Yeah.
I think it only has to be in there for 4.
Yeah.
So that's like 3 times longer. I think it's 4, right? Or 2.
Fuck, man.
I can't remember.
You're asking the wrong fucking guy.
Dude, that is weird. I'm not sure I can remember.
It smells like blueberries.
I got
like a blueberry thing.
A mismatch from the nose to the palate that much. I don't know.
It burns the nose hairs. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of paint thinner and some oaky chocolate kind of
definitely thing. Oak. I mean, you can't escape that. Obviously. 12 years. The cocoa, I get it.
Yeah.
It's like a, I don't know if it's
almost like a waxiness, kind of like the cocoa, like
I can't necessarily distinguish if it's the cocoa or like a dark dried fruit that I'm getting on the nose too. After though, like
I get apricot.
Really? Mm-hmm. After I'm getting like a It's for 45%. It's not super high. For that, it tastes very alcoholic. Like my tongue feels like assaulted a little bit. Yeah. And man, it holds some wild legs on the glass too. Mm-hmm. Huh, that leg branched into 3. That's wild. I'm gonna pull up the tasting notes on it real quick.
Do it.
I can't get there's an aftertaste that I can't fucking pinpoint. I used to be a lot better at this when we were drinking more whiskey.
Yeah.
And more wine. I haven't drinking a lot of wine in a while.
I'm drinking a lot of wine ever. Not a fan.
I can't get it. What that aftertaste is. Like the leave on your tongue afterwards. I kind of don't like it. It's kind of bitter. Not that I don't like the whiskey. I don't like the aftertaste. On my tongue at the end is like sour. Like a little bit bitter sour. I don't know. That's very weird. I think as a whole it's good. I think it was much better mixed in a Diet Coke.
Not something you want to hear a lot of.
I get it. Right. I'm sorry to the people of.
While you're looking that up, I did watch Fall Guy.
Was that good?
Fucking great.
Okay.
Here's another guy, Ryan Gosling. I'll watch anything that motherfucker's in. Rom-com.
He is funny.
He's great. Crazy Sexy. What was that?
Crazy Stupid Love.
Crazy Stupid Love.
That's his best movie.
One of his best, I could say. What about Gray Man? You seen that?
Gray Man?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Wait.
Him and Captain America?
No, I didn't see that one.
Fucking fantastic.
I feel like I almost watched it or something.
It's a good movie, too. Really good. Funny enough.
So, this gives it... Whiskey Post. There we go. These are the guys we used to use.
Fall Guys from, back in the day.
Double gold medal at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition in 2014. Was named the best small batch bourbon. Tasting grade A-, value grade B-, which means they thought that it was punching up a little bit.
I mean, do you believe much that's going on in San Francisco right now as far as the tastings go? I don't know. It's weird.
When I think that's like one of the biggest whiskey tastings in the world, and all the best people that taste whiskey are there.
Really?
I tend to believe that. This was in 2014. It
was a long time ago. It was fucking 10 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't quite as bad as it is now. Okay, so I'm trying to get to one that I like. I am not 21. What a stupid idiot. Okay.
Nice.
Give me the fucking tasting notes. Where's that freaking bourbon? What was it called before? It was Whiskey Advocate or can? Okay. Jesus, man.
They probably have an app for that.
Probably do. You're probably right. Okay. Nose. Initially, I'm hit with big cinnamon notes and a spiciness. There's also a big citrus quality to the nose, lemon and grapefruit. I didn't get any of that.
No.
Creamy vanilla note that bakers get from vanilla extract in their cookies. Once the spices settle down a bit, cherry notes start to peek through, no doubt from the charred oak. Okay, so that char, cinnamon flavor. Spicy entry leads to a big and bold middle. Sweet entry with a nice vanilla flavor. See, I didn't get any of that. The burn from the finish is strong, but it's not too long of a finish and doesn't linger. It stays pleasant and keeps you interested. So I don't believe this guy at all.
So basically, that guy said a bunch of shit that was completely opposite of what we thought.
Yeah, okay, here comes Bourbon Bill. Okay, so the distiller notes say creme brulee, pepper, and toasted cinnamon. I don't get any creme brulee because that's like a caramely, creamy sweetness. Yeah. I don't get any of that. I got no sweetness from it except for the little bit on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely there's no fucking grapefruit or whatever the shit that one asshole said.
Yeah, you suck, guy.
Yeah, I don't know who you are, but you're fucking terrible.
Fucking dumb.
Fresh and lively on the tongue. There's lots of fruit, fresh apple, citrus, and berry. Okay, mint and tobacco. Everyone has a fucking different opinion about this thing.
Yeah, well,
what they're tasting.
Yeah, it's fucking confusing. I mean, now that you have all that, dude, I said blueberry. They said berries.
Yeah.
I suppose maybe there's something there. I don't know.
See, okay. See, when you start to read the stuff though, you start to like get stuff in your head.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like now that you
Like
got that.
now,
shit in your
I'm
head.
getting like a toasted, I want to say like toasted caramel, like the creme brulee, I guess.
Sure.
But the toastedness is just coming from the barrel. But again, there's like I said before, there's still sweetness on the nose that you're not getting on the palate.
Listen, man, I'll be honest with you. Like, we used to do whiskey tastings, bourbon all the time and shit, and we would go through the notes and all that bullshit. I'll tell you what it is. Like, for me, like, either I'm mixing it or I'm drinking it on the rocks.
Sure, yeah.
Whatever. Like, as far as, like, tasting notes and smells and stuff, it all fucking smells like whiskey, man.
I like I like to better myself in that. Like,
Really?
Because I
That's
know
where
that
we're
people
at, huh?
can do it.
But can they, man? Or are they just fucking pulling shit out of their ass? I mean, where in the fuck is there lemon in that? Or
Again,
citrus or cinnamon?
Everyone's fucking taste buds are different, though.
Yeah, and apparently their nose buds. I mean, look, I'm the first guy I smoked for fucking 20 years. Like, good luck. Like, pepper I get because it's kind
I think
of,
wine's easier.
it's bad, you know, it hits your throat, makes you, you know, gives you that little burning deal going on. Cinnamon, sure, same deal. Cinnamon does the same thing, kind of burns the back of the throat. Pepper burns the back of the throat.
But we do it with beer.
Obvious. Yeah, but dude, beer, I mean, I can taste
It's easier.
everything that's going
It's
on in a
easier
beer
with
for the
beer.
most part. Yeah.
It's no
Whiskey to
different.
me
It's
is
just
like
harder.
no, I just feel like when I drink whiskeys or I taste bourbons or whatever, it's like the largest of what I'm tasting
Is alcohol.
is burnt oak and alcohol.
Yeah, no, I understand.
And it's again like
This Diet Coke on the nose is delicious.
yeah, the cocoa or whatever, like to me, like that was what it was, like a waxy kind of waxiness in my mouth, right?
I gotcha.
Creamy, definitely. It had like that lingering effect, or whatever,
like a coating.
like a little bit more body or whatever you want to call it. But like, dude, I'm bad at that. Like to me, it's just like it gives me heartburn.
Yeah.
And the less heartburn I get, like the better I think the bourbon is. Honestly, it's just like, yeah, man, that's drinkable. You know,
I feel you.
Also, not a huge fan of drinking stuff warm, and I know that that's how they do it. I get it, but like that cold, about it. Give me a couple fucking cubes in that bitch.
It's a simpleton, you.
Yeah, look, grip it and rip it, man.
Sure.
There's different theories here.
I like it. Yeah, I don't. If I had to rate that whiskey, no, I would not buy it again because it is $60. I don't know how much I paid for it. I feel like it wasn't $60, but it was more expensive than I would normally buy. Mm-hmm. As far as for like a mixing whiskey, I'd be much more happy with buying Maker's Mark that I feel comfortable drinking straight and or mixed. I'm perfectly good with that. $60, you're getting into like a whiskey that I feel like should be just drinking straight,
like Whiskey Pig or
like Whistle Pig or like the Rare Breed Wild Turkey, the Noah's Mill that's $70.
Right.
That Jack Daniel's Select, the French Oaked Maker's Mark. Like you're getting into whiskeys that like when you crest like the $45 to $50 range, I am moving to you're gonna get drinking straight.
Yeah, you don't want to mix that stuff.
Right. That one I don't like straight as much, so I would just mix it.
Right.
I mean, maybe that's why I mixed it after because I took a shot of it is what I did.
I
got it, and I never drank it straight after that. So, yeah, I don't know. Noah's Mill is still the best straight whiskey I've ever had.
I don't even know if I don't know that I've even tried that.
You had it because we had it on when we had all those people here for the fight.
Oh, okay.
That's what we drank.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's fucking good. It is really fucking good.
Nice.
So, yeah, movies. What were we talking about? I was talking about Adam Savage's YouTube channel.
Yes.
So he just builds stuff that he wants to build and he just films it, right?
Like what type of shit is he building though?
So like before you got here, he wanted to build a miniature safe door, like vault door.
Gotcha.
So he machined a fucking giant, like a probably 8-inch by like it was probably 8-inch by 4-inch solid steel cylinder. And he's fucking lathing it and machining it, built custom hinges and like everything to make this like, and did locking mechanisms, all custom, like brass rings, like working safe door.
Yeah.
Like, but miniature, like literally like 8 inches across. Fool's
got some time on his hands.
Well, that's all he does is his YouTube.
I guess so.
He did one, like he took a whole roll of aluminum foil and balled it up and hit it with a hammer till it was a complete solid ball. Tried to cut it in half to see what the inside looked like, but he couldn't do it.
Really?
So he sent it off to get water jetted. Like they sent it back. And I was fucking cool. I watched him hit an aluminum ball for an hour. I watched this guy do the dumbest stuff. I just sit there and veg and watch. I think it's so fucking cool. You know what my favorite ones are though? Like probably like once a month he does where he's like building something to like more organize his shop. Like so he'd be like the one I watched today is like he was like his like mission essential station is what he called it, like his like T handles and drill bits and like all this stuff like he uses a lot.
Gotcha.
Like it was a big cart and he wanted to redo it, and then he did that and his like hammer station because he has like 75 different types of hammers.
Well, sure.
Yeah. So like I've watched probably like 10 of those of like him just like just reorganize, like build new stuff for it. I just like
I can't say anything because I watch like a dude that games.
Yeah.
He just plays a bunch of different games, and I just think like I'll just sit there and watch him play games.
Yeah,
that's a fucking weird thing if you think about it.
It is a weird thing because people be like, why don't you just play the game?
Yeah, and I'm like, well, I could, or I could just watch him play it and get almost the same satisfaction.
Better.
Yeah, 100%. That motherfucker is lights out.
Yeah, that dude fucking. I don't know. Like, I know why I like the organizational ones, like in those ones, because I fucking have super anal retentive about being organized, and especially like about the things that I like, like, and the things that I care about. Like, I fucking will get hard if that stuff's organized.
Yeah.
So like watching him do it, the stuff that he likes, it gives me almost the same satisfaction. I'm like, oh yeah, that fits so good in there.
It's the same. Easy. Yeah. Settle it.
I'm like, fuck, put the LED lights, light it up. Fuck.
Yeah. So I get that way, not that way, but like I love watching people cook, like certain things. So like I'm addicted to like I'll roll Facebook, right, and I'll stop every time there's some random street dude in fucking Afghanistan or Thailand.
They're so
making some weird thing in a bowl that's the size of this fucking room.
Yeah.
And they're making.
It's just always use such a big.
I don't get it, man. It's the biggest wok I've ever seen in my life.
And there's like fucking 18 gallons of oil in it. Yeah. Always.
And there's like 8 dudes just throwing like full animals in it. They're just like full like fucking like lamb. It's a fucking lamb, man. Like it's not a quarter. It's just like throw the fucking lamb in it, dude. Just whoop.
Like he'll be there and he's throwing stuff under it, and I can see the shit in his fingernails. And I'm like, oh,
yeah.
God.
And they're like, and the obviously like the captions like best street food in Afghanistan. I'm like, are we setting the bar pretty low? I mean, I get it. Like you walk 40 yards down, you're going to get killed by a fucking bomb, whatever. The point is like, or in Thailand, you know, they're throwing whole fucking dogs or whatever. I don't know what it is. I'm just saying like, I didn't realize there was that many people to sell like a little bowl of rice and animals
with some sauce,
right?
And
some weird mystery sauce by a dude that looks like he sleeps in half a van.
You know what?
Right?
Down by the river.
Not even like half a van that's attached to the side of a mud building.
It's a half a van because the IED blew up the rest.
Seriously. And I'm just like, but I can't stop watching it.
You know what's I see a lot too on like those reels and shorts is like guys finding these like hole in the wall ramen places in Japan. I see those a bunch too.
Yeah, and you're watching the video, and you're watching them throw a cup of rice in, like and they throw like an entire bag of salt in.
Yeah.
And I say an entire bag of salt. I'm not talking about the bag of salt that you buy at the grocery store. I'm talking the one that you buy at Restaurant Depot.
Yeah.
It's about 20 pounds.
Yeah.
And they just toss that bitch, and they're doing like the fucking. They're like tossing it, yelling Kobe in their native language.
Yeah.
And they're like launching this shit in. Right. And you get about, I don't even know, let's call it 5 minutes into this fucking video. At this point, they've put oil, salt, rice, and some shallots or something. Yeah, and a bunch of and an entire carton of eggs, like a case of eggs. And then you realize that like you're 5 minutes in and you've got 38 minutes left. And I look over at Courtney and she's like, "What are you watching?" And I'm like, "I'm watching this street dude, like, I don't know, make something in the world's biggest wok with lamb, actual lamb, an entire lamb, and an entire fucking water buffalo, and eggs from what looks to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex." And she's like, "How much longer?" And I'm like, 38 minutes. And I'm invested. Yeah. I'm like, I can't stop watching it now. I'm invested. And I click on it, and then I start scanning through it. I want to get to the money shot where they put it in this bowl that hasn't been cleaned since 1978. And it's probably like, I don't know, like a hubcap from a Toyota Corolla or some shit. And she's like, "Why are you watching that?" I'm like, "I don't know, man. Like, I have to get to the end of this. Like, I have to know." And you know what's crazy? Not one time do you ever see somebody actually eat it. Yeah. You just see the guy pass it in the Toyota Corolla, the fucking the hubcap from the Toyota Corolla. It's like, "Here you go," or "Me," and the guy's like, "Yeah," and he gives you like 4, like, I don't know, what do you even call them?
Rupees.
Yeah, and the guy's like, "Okay," and then, but there's no silverware because why would you do that? You just eat it. Like, you do one of these things with like a 4-finger cup with the thumb.
You do the
because you got to get the last
motion.
Yeah, the fist. You got to get ready to fist it, the lamb, and then you get like that, and the guy's like, "I need more salt because there's only 20 pounds in this," and like, "What do you have for sauce?" And the guy like whips his dick. Anyway, it's the weirdest fucking thing. I've never seen anyone actually take a bite. You want to know why? It's like, throw it away. Like, why would you ever eat anything that, first of all, it's 158 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Okay. It's 158 degrees. They have
the water buffalo has been sitting inside.
Right.
Unrefrigerated.
Yes.
For 14 weeks.
The lamb is on clay dirt that they've been, pissing next to probably for the last, I don't know, ever. And then and they have these like, these like
boat oars.
Yeah, seriously, like the boat oars. Can we talk about the Cambodian boat races too? By the way, that's the other one that I watch all the time, where they have like the 40-foot,
they throw like long jigsaw motors.
Yeah, and they hit it, and the motherfuckers are laying on the thing and just like, and just like they got like tiller motors with like a 30-foot fucking.
They steer it with a wooden fucking. Oh my god! It's like a 60-foot wooden rudder.
Yeah.
They're like laying down like this.
But Buddy's laid out like this. And it's going that way.
Yeah.
Okay. And Buddy's steering it with his fucking toes. And the guys on the side of the Nile River are like, left, or whatever they say in their native language. I don't know what language it is. But like, and they're making it from like they're cutting down like a bamboo tree.
That's not bamboo.
Yeah. And they
like
make
a fucking banyan tree or something.
And they make like a little V, and they put a couple little boards in there. They put a jigsaw motor from 75.
Fucking strap a Kawasaki
They
Ninja
fire
motor.
that thing up, so it's like and then they just fucking take off. Or the other guys have like the diesel motors.
Yeah, it's fucking just blowing smoke.
I'm pretty sure those diesel motors are like the
like the Volvo motors.
Yeah, like a Volvo diesel motor.
Or the Mercedes
it's like a fucking
ones.
3-cylinder. But it's got a turbo the size of the motor on it. And then the flywheel's attached to this fucking tiller with a fucking prop that they made from, I don't know, probably that dude's aluminum foil half ball.
Yeah.
And they just fucking fire that bitch up and just skip like a fucking rock across the. And you can tell like all the smoke's black, and then they literally put the coal to her, and it goes clear, and it's just gone, just. And it's just fucking.
It's just fucking whole tree.
The
going
motherfucker.
Down the Nile River at 98 miles an hour.
And he fucking. And then as you're watching it, he goes into Back to the Future with a fucking with a whole ass
fucking
tree.
tracer.
Yeah. It's just like this. Yeah. And then all of a sudden he ends up playing the guitar with fucking what's his face on stage, the Back to the Future guy. It's the fucking craziest thing.
What's funny is
these dudes are out of their fucking minds.
Bike ones, the speed bike motor ones is funny because they'll start and you can't see it, and it sounds like a fucking speed bike. It's like wow. And all of a sudden you see a fucking tree fly by at 100 down the fucking Amazon River. Just fucking little brown guy laying down his fucking prey, doesn't hit a wave.
And they always got white t-shirts from like the 98 NBA finals.
Yeah, the losing team's championship t-shirt.
And they're just fucking bombing. It's the American version. It's the Cambodian version of these clowns that put like
80-inch tires on their
they put turbos on their Sea-Doos.
Yeah.
And they have to like lay over the bars and they're like what? And it's just like fucking gone. Just shot out of a fucking cannon.
Holy shit, those videos are great.
Those are some of my favorite videos in the whole world.
I love
to watch.
the ones where you can't see them at the beginning. All I hear just
yeah, dude, the in tree cam of them.
Oh yeah,
like the in tree cam of them just like this,
just shaking. All you hear is fucking wind and turbo.
Just like fucking flying down. Like, how long do they have to shave? Like, how long does it take to shave all that bark down? Like enough for that thing to just like slide through the.
I don't think they're worried about resistance at all.
Unfucking believable, man.
The fucking size of the balls on them guys. There's no way you're getting me in one of them ever.
I mean, what if you hit a hippo at 100? Like a $130. You just fucking flatline a hippo.
Hippo's gonna be fine. That's the fucked up part.
You're gonna be fucking flying through the air.
Doesn't like a hippo if you hit a wrinkle in the water.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Or a croc.
Like that thing's not fucking cutting water.
Yeah. Maybe that's where they get the water buffalo for those walks. They just fucking launch down the river. That water
fucking ones
buffalo
they
comes
hit
down.
120 in their fucking banyan tree.
Yeah, it's just like, got him.
He's already cornered.
Oh, yes. Seriously. Like, God damn, man. I don't know where they get those like where do they get all that shit?
I don't know, man.
Like the motor part of it. I mean, obviously.
Like they're always rolling around little tiny old Honda motorcycle, but those are not those.
Nope.
No, they got full ass fucking Kawasaki Ninja Gixxer fucking motors on those.
Like, is that where all those fucking old? Like, is that where all the old shit goes? They just fucking ship it off.
How do you think
crates?
that went? Like, they got like this fucking village, this tribe got one. They're like, we could get it running, and they're like, yeah. So they work on it for a day with like, I don't know, fucking tools made out of wood.
Yeah.
They fucking fire that thing up, and they're like, throw it on the tree.
Yeah. They're like, you know what? I think Pixie Dust down there has a Gixxer motor. If you guys are interested, it's like, fuck yeah, go grab it. Let's see if we can bolt it up to the fucking tree.
Like maybe it was like they're like, they're like fishing boats, and like someone one day was just like, we have a motor, and they're like, yeah, sure, bolts to it. And they fucking fired that bitch up after they mounted it to the tree, and we're like, holy shit.
Yeah. Hey, boys.
Yeah.
Why don't you come down with some of that shine?
Yeah.
Let's go see what we can do over here.
Speaking of fish,
they're the ones that are chewing those fucking whole leaves.
Yeah,
like
the same thing the Somalians chew, right?
That whole ass leaf.
I figured they caught.
Yeah,
caught
I mean that's like that's who we're dealing with.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Like
Somalians chew that shit. Oh, I watched Black Hawk Down too. I've seen that 100 times. I know exactly how that movie goes. But God, I love that movie.
That's a great movie.
I think
there's as many big names in that movie as like Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah. Well, that's funny you mentioned that because
fucking crazy.
It's funny you mentioned that because me and my buddy at work had always like the general consensus. I think basically, but by everybody, is that Saving Private Ryan is the best war movie ever made. And I think that's kind of been my thought throughout my entire life since I watched it on VHS because it came in a 2-pack because it was too long to be in one.
Mine's Pearl Harbor. Keep going. I'm kidding. It was a 2-pack thing though.
It wasn't a 2-pack. So was Titanic.
Good call.
Intermission. Anyways, Pearl Harbor's terrible. God, I fucking hate you for saying that. But you know what? Like I watched it probably a week ago. I think Black Hawk Down is my favorite military movie, war movie.
It's way more intense.
Yeah. I said that, and my buddy at work
real.
got very, very upset. Not very upset. He was very disappointed. I was like, look, man, like, again, true story. It's extremely accurate, and not just in the story, but in everything.
It's Fallujah, right? Was that Fallujah?
No, it was Somalia.
So, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Country of Somalia, but in Mogadishu.
There it is. Yep.
Maybe it's not even in the country of Somalia. It's Mogadishu, so the city that it happened in.
Right.
Yeah. I think that might be the best war movie. It is so fucking good. That movie is so good.
Solid movie.
So good. I love that movie.
I gotta say that like one of my favorite war movies is We Are Soldiers. We Were Soldiers. Sorry.
Yeah, great movie.
Fantastic.
I think the best way to break down war movies is by war.
Boy, if that's the case, I mean, you can't really hold that up as far as like Vietnam.
I think We Were Soldiers is probably the best Vietnam movie.
Really?
Over what? Platoon? Fucking wild. Like, Platoon's just wild.
Yeah. But I mean...
Like, what's a better Vietnam movie?
Oh, I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying that there's a lot to choose from.
Hill. Trying to think of different Vietnam movies. Some say Forrest Gump would be a Vietnam movie.
It's absolutely not. But I mean, it's in it. But
sure.
Yeah. I mean, that's like
I think the two
Gilmore's
standouts. Yeah.
Golfing. I mean, it's like okay. I mean, it's.
I think the two standouts when you ask what's the best Vietnam movie, I think you're gonna get We Were Soldiers and Platoon.
Yeah, maybe. God damn, there's another one. I can't think.
There's more that I know I'm not thinking of, but like those are the two that stand out to me. Yeah. And I think We Were Soldiers is a better movie.
It is.
But you get to World War II, like Saving Private Ryan takes it, even though it's not a true story. I think Saving Private Ryan takes it.
Yeah, I mean that was epic.
Yeah,
epic,
fucking awesome movie. I haven't seen a lot of movies about World War One. There's that new one, 1917 or something like that. 19 something.
Yeah.
There's a couple older ones. All Quiet on the Western Front. Great movie. I haven't seen the remake of it. It's pretty new, I think.
Yeah,
I've seen the original though. Moving forward from that, like from Vietnam, like there's a couple movies about like like the 90s, like obviously like Somalia, like Black Hawk Down takes those by far.
Starts getting kind of weird when you start talking about like war movies that are like our generation, I guess, of war movies in terms of like Afghan or like that.
Yeah,
because then you start getting into stuff like Lone Survivor.
Well, yeah, well, because after you get out of like all the movies in the early 90s that are war movies are all with the exception of Tears of the Sun, which is about South America. God, fucking great movie. Like they're all like Somalia movies, and there's not a whole lot of them. like Africa. And then you get into, there's a couple movies about like the Gulf, the first time we were in, in over there in the Middle East.
Be like
Jarhead.
Be like
Hurt Locker.
Hurt Locker probably be one of the best, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, but it was, that movie was very like niched down to specific, you know.
I didn't like Jarhead that much.
That wasn't that great. I mean, it was, you know, whatever.
There's quite a few of them there like in that timeline. But then you get to like modern, like our like you know, like the war in Iraq and Afghanistan, like the war on terror.
Sure.
I mean, there's so many.
There's a ton.
Yeah.
But then you start picking out like.
But then they started doing. The problem is like they weren't movies about the whole war. They're movies about certain ops.
Yeah,
literally.
Really, and that's what
you got.
Was.
Like, you know, like Zero Dark 30. You got like Lone Survivor. You got 13 Hours.
13 Hours.
I mean, you're talking about like specific events.
Be like
American Sniper. Like that was kind of like
was a biopic.
It was a biopic. So.
Fantastic movie.
Great movie.
Fuck, that movie was good. So yeah, I mean, you get away from like, but I guess you could say that about We Were Soldiers. It was a specific battle. It was the first time. It was the first time the U.S. military used helicopters.
Yeah.
For the purposes of more than just transport.
Yeah, for offense. Yeah.
Right.
There's some of those in like the fucking World War II stuff too. You have like fucking Letters from Iwo Jima and like Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge was interesting. Wasn't that was about?
I'll tell you what. The only reason I fucking liked it was because of Vince Vaughn was in it.
Yeah.
No, it was about that guy that didn't want to fight. Like, he wouldn't kill anybody.
He was a medic.
He had to be a medic, I think.
Yeah.
There was no reason for it, but yeah. Also, speaking about fisting, I'm gonna go back pretty far when you were doing the this thing.
Yeah.
I'm fisting fingers.
Very intrigued.
Have you noticed the rise? Maybe not, but have you noticed the rise in porn? The rise in the category of porn of like very oversized insertion and fake cum?
No.
Okay. God, I'm fucking so much more deeper into it.
No, I can tell you that if you want to talk about like what we talked about on the last pod, the Hawk Pug. Yeah, whatever. The whole internet sensation thing.
Yeah.
OnlyFans has completely changed
porn industry.
Yes. And
which is weird because you have to pay for it.
But
it's more personable.
Well, so it opened up like all these other things.
Yeah. Like, well,
and you can go to like Instagram, like all those bitches that are on Instagram that have, you know, have that.
Their link tree takes you right to Fansly or OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, yeah. And the shit they're getting away with on Instagram.
Yeah, it's
fucking crazy.
I see tits on Facebook and Instagram all the time.
So much. And it
all the time.
Right. And it's like,
what about have you seen these? Have you seen women breastfeeding fake babies? What? And because it's breastfeeding, they can show their breasts. They will have both breasts out and have a fucking doll and hold it to one of them. And because it's breastfeeding and they label it as educational, and you can't cancel somebody for breastfeeding because, you know, you would get, put in jail for that apparently. They just show it. So if you go, say you're scrolling through fucking reels on Facebook, right?
Right.
2 tits out, boom, titties, fake baby, doll to one tit. You click on their profile. You put that links, it's all the OnlyFans, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, so what are we doing here?
Yeah. I mean, where does it stop, though? Like, can I educate someone on how to stick a dick in someone's vagina?
Probably.
Like, I mean, if it's fake
Don't get me away from my fucking fisting.
Go ahead.
The fisting was only just because, like, the size of the fist. I just noticed a rise. And what's funny you brought up OnlyFans was because when you see it, the videos... Their OnlyFans is there. Like, it'll be like full video on OnlyFans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I've noticed like a really steep rise in like just like massive dildo insertion. Sometimes they're like horse shaped dildos, which I think is interesting. Sometimes they're like alien or dragon is pretty popular. They're like weird tie-dye colors and they're like weird shapes. They're fucking huge.
Yeah.
And they all pump fake cum, like a fucking lot of it too.
Yeah, sure.
A lot of it.
Yeah. People have some weird fucking kinks, man.
Yeah, man, like I'm here for it.
Yeah, I mean, look, makes the world go round.
I'm just saying
Stops some
I like
people
to think that like I'm
murdering
kind of like a
motherfuckers. I get
connoisseur of porn.
Yeah,
like
I know.
I think that maybe one day I would like to write something about it. Cuz I feel like I've just because of my age that I've like kind of experienced like the real like progression of it.
In like what?
Like in sense of
you're
like
talking about
from
like video,
VHS to DVD to online, and then there's just the progression of how it's come like in the content. Yeah, like yeah, seriously, like the content of it.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
So
Are you gonna drink that whiskey?
no.
Okay, I am gonna do
Go
it.
ahead. It's terrible.
Super sweet in the nose, man.
I don't like. I think it is fucking wild. Some of the things that are happening on OnlyFans, like the things that chicks are getting paid to do. And what's crazy is we're not talking about like double penetration. We're not talking about filling holes, bukkake, whatever. I'm talking about fucking feet, farts.
Yeah.
Like, look, man, like that's some crazy shit.
It is wild.
It's fucking crazy. I mean, look, I never thought that I would get to the point where I'd be like, you know what's crazy? Not bukkake.
Yeah.
You know what's
That's pretty light.
You know what's fucking wild about porn now? Not filling every hole.
Seriously. If that bitch ain't airtight, it ain't even fucking why are you even watching?
Yeah. Like what I think is wild is chicks that are bottling farts.
Yeah.
Or
jarring them.
Or yeah. Jarts. Or like selling panties.
Yeah.
Or selling socks.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what it is, man? I'm going to tell you what it is.
Fucking crazy.
I know what it is. It's because on OnlyFans and the other websites like it, it feels more personable. That person will talk to you. Will message you.
A lot of those chicks, a lot of those OnlyFans sites, like the girls or whatever. Here's the other wild one.
Continue with your first thought.
They have like a menu.
Yeah, it's a menu.
Right.
It's literally called a menu.
Right, it is. And for X amount of dollars, they will send you specific air quotes. They'll send you a personal video.
Sure.
Right, of something. And or like and one of the things that I think is wild is like men wanting that hot chick or porn hot, whatever.
Yeah.
To rate their dick.
Yeah, dick ratings.
Yeah.
You pay for that, yeah.
Right. Like I'm going to pay some chick to tell me my dick is average. They're not saying that shit.
No, yeah. Unless you want them to.
But I know it is. Like I'm pretty certain that it's average. But let's like go past that for a second. Like so that's wild to me. Like that you as a dude are going to pay a chick to tell you to rate your dick on a scale of 1 to whatever.
Yeah.
Like I mean, can you imagine like that guy? Like he spends that money, right? Like he doesn't like probably get the satisfaction of like telling his best buddy, like, dude, last night I paid this chick $20.
She gave me a 7.3.
She rated my dick a 7.3. Beat it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, to be fair, that's a cool idea. Maybe we should pay an OnlyFans lady unbeknownst to her, to rate our dicks and see who comes back better.
That's kind of great. That's kind of a fucking hilarious thing.
It is hilarious.
I wonder if our women, if the girls would let us do that.
I think so.
You think so?
Sure.
I mean, I say let us, like we would do it probably regardless and get in trouble for it, maybe. But like in the
for science.
For science, yeah. That's a fucking weird thing. How do you bring that up? Well,
I'll tell you.
Bring it up. Yeah. Never mind. It's us. Never mind. That's fucking hilarious, dude.
It's a good idea.
That's a great idea. It's just kind of, it would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Really. But I wonder how deep they get into it.
I think that, like, look, I've seen ones where like
how descriptive do they get?
Well, listen.
Okay, fine.
I've seen ones where like they're like there's multiple levels to the rating.
Okay.
Like one, it was like dick rating $5, 1 to 10. It was like then it was like dick rating detailed $15.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I wonder what the details is like.
I like the shape of your head,
a little more hair than I'm used to.
Yeah. I think that's probably what it is.
Not sure I dig that pimple, or
not sure I dig the fucking sexually transmitted diseases that are pussing off of it. Yeah,
I don't know. Anyway, that's a fucking weird thing, man. It's a wild thing to think about.
It is.
I think. And like. The other shit that they'll, I mean, the fucking list goes on, man. Those menus are fucking out of control. But like they're making fucking like crazy money off of that shit. Crazy money. Like we have some fucked up kinks, man.
People as whole, yeah.
Dudes have, well, I think dudes in general, like dudes specifically. But,
yeah.
But I mean, oh man, that's a fucking crazy thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money in it. And
what is weird is like it's mostly dudes, right? Like how successful is a dude's OnlyFans?
You never know. You never see.
You never see it.
Of course, I'm not seeking that out.
I'm sure dudes like James Dean, like the fucking real famous porn stars, have a pretty big following, maybe.
But what are they doing?
How much are those guys subscribers guys?
Right. Great question. Like how many times do the male porn stars or male whatever OnlyFans guys? How often are they rating dicks?
Like how often? And like I mean, it doesn't matter. But it's like how often are you like you're selling a video or whatever, and it's a dude,
right?
Or like you fucking that dude jerking off or whatever.
Like, is there a market for dudes jerking off?
100%.
Yeah, there is. But I wonder how many.
It's from dudes.
4 dudes.
Yeah,
it's 4 dudes.
And I bet you most of those dudes are air quotes straight. I'd be willing to bet.
You think?
100%.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. There's some fucking weird shit.
I'm gonna write a fucking book, man. I'm gonna write a book. Maybe not a book.
Yeah. Like a short story.
It's not that short, I don't think.
Well, that's what she said.
Well, we're gonna fucking find out, aren't we?
Well, I guess so. Man, I don't know. It's a fucking weird that whole section or segment or whatever you want to call it of social media is like it is outperforming probably everything else right now.
I think like I said, I think I already said it. Like I just think the personable aspect of OnlyFans is what is making it so popular.
Yeah,
because you're not going to Pornhub and talking to this porn star that you really like directly.
No, and the other thing is too, like you honestly think that you're the only one talking to that chick. That's part of the fantasy, I guess.
Yeah, no, 100%. Right? Those dudes have like this fucking.
They know, like, and again, hey, more power to you. If it's between that and you fucking murking people, like, by all means, get your fucking dick rated.
But it's
or
like
chat with the girl that you think is your girlfriend on OnlyFans.
You would see like. It's definitely the personable thing because you would see like in Vegas, like when porn stars would go and strip for a night at a strip club, like you weren't getting in that fucking door.
No.
Like,
but see, I think that's a different fantasy. That's like, I'm seeing that person in person, IRL.
Yeah.
Of like, I have her movies on my shelf.
Sure, yeah.
And now I get to see that.
It's almost like a celebrity thing, right?
Yeah, fucking 100% it is. Yeah. Celebrity crush that gets naked.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so weird.
Yeah.
If you're Jesse James, you just marry him.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Marrying Bonnie Rotten.
Yeah, she doesn't put out much anymore. Content.
Just because she's married to Jesse James.
Is it Jesse James, really?
Yeah.
Oh, they
have
a kid
a fucking
too.
kid.
I knew she had a kid. I didn't know it was him.
Oh, yeah. They've been married for probably like 3 years now. She doesn't do anything anymore.
She came back there for a minute, like a couple years, like a year or two ago. She was blonde too. She came back with blonde hair.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen anything since. It was like 3 videos and I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's been married. They've been married for a minute.
It's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. Who's your favorite?
She was, it's funny. She was my hall pass because it's like, that's the one you give it to, right? Like you give it to celebrities.
Yeah.
One time we were planning on going to Vegas. And I said, I just happened to see. And I was like, we should go in, I don't know what month it was. I was like, we should go in April. She's like, okay, why? And I was like, Bonnie Rotten stripping at this club. And I was like, I could pay for the private. She was like, then the realization set in.
Right. That you could possibly check that off the hall pass list. And she was like,
I could actually cash that one in.
Yeah. I'm working, and so are you.
Yeah. She was stripping at, I think it was Sapphire. I think that's where all of them go. The big one, Sapphire, the big Sapphire. It's like 3 stories.
Great story about a hall pass. Talking about triggered words.
Yeah. We're going to do a random generator, so you can't tell that one right now.
Yeah, that's a good one, though.
Yeah, the porn is, we'll wrap that. We'll fucking book note that one. It's just, yeah, I just brought that up because of the fucking fake cum pumping big dildos, man.
Well, here's a question.
It's an interesting thing.
Is there a market for, like, buying DVDs and shit anymore? I mean, why would the
no, I think it's all digital. Now. It's all digital. You can buy it, but you're buying it digitally. Mm-hmm. I want to, what I want to know, and I'm sure it's very easy just to Google. I've just never done it. I want to know what that fake cum's made out of.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a fucking weird thing.
I'm gonna look it up. It's a lot too.
Pornhub has reels now. They have shorts.
Yeah, you have
seen that?
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Let's see. Fake.
That's kind of fucking crazy.
Dildo. Let's see what we bring up, guys.
Yeah.
Squirting dildos. There it is. Fake cum videos. Pornhub. Amazon. Squirting dildo with fake cum, flesh, authentic, health and household. Squirting and ejaculating dildos coming to. Got it. Okay, here we go. This is on Betsy's Toy Box. Okay. $110 gets the Big Shot. The Big Shot Blaster 8-inch vibrating squirting silicone dildo ejaculating strap-on vanilla because it's white.
Jesus.
Okay. They're $110 for that one. What is fake cum made out of? Let's find this out. Made pit of. Fake semen, also known as artificial sperm, can be made of a variety of ingredients and achieve desired texture and taste, including egg whites, yogurt, cornstarch, water, salt, and genetically related sperm cells. Okay, what are we talking about here?
Yeah,
Make money shot cum. Here we go. Amazon. Make money shot cum. Cum with a K. Synthetic semen, water-based, 4-ounce, authentic flavor. Oh, it's flavored too. Here it is. Cum. K-U-M. Magic money shot. Don't shoot without it.
Shoot what? I've got real cum.
Synthetic semen. It's expensive, dude. I mean, this is 8 ounces is $38.95. These bitches are. I mean, I've seen like a half gallon.
They're making it.
Gotta be. Fake cum is the most natural. Blah, blah, blah. It tastes like the real thing.
Can we talk?
That's where I put that down.
Yeah. Can we talk about the fact
made it
that they
taste like
sell?
cum?
They can sell fake cum on Amazon, but I can't find a fucking AR-15 trigger.
That's what the world's come to, bud.
Literally. Are you fucking serious?
Cum with a K, apparently. Authentic flavor? That's gross.
What do you mean? And like, what are you talking about? What are we like? Is authentic mean like that? Like maybe it's like that guy drank a bunch of pineapple juice?
Sure, whatever. We still haven't figured that out for the real thing, though. Okay, but let me run this by you though.
Okay.
let me put you in this world. Okay. You're a fucking OnlyFans model, and you upload to Pornhub, which is now the big thing because you make a profile and you have like a YouTube on Pornhub, and you make money off of it.
Right.
You have like your deal is like sometimes you do these fucking horse dildo videos where it squirts fake cum. Mm-hmm. And you opt for the cum flavored fake cum instead of the fucking like
whatever
cotton candy one.
Right.
That you are fucking ride or die, son.
You are weird.
I want a half a gallon of cum flavored fake cum. Yeah. Not,
Listen,
vanilla.
Man, I want the fake real shit. Okay. I want my fake cum to fucking taste actual cummy.
That is so weird. I mean, why would you want that?
Yeah, like
if you had the option.
I don't want this in cigarette.
Right. Right.
I want this in all the fabulous flavors.
Seriously.
Right?
I'm not going to buy the sweet tobacco flavored vape when I can have Skittles.
Right. You are out of your fucking mind.
Sure.
Like, I am not doing that. That's crazy.
Like, if I could change the flavor of vagina, I wouldn't change it to vagina. I would change it to fruit punch.
Yeah. If I'm going to buy I'm going to fucking buy a fake pussy, like the ones that are like all siliconed and like
the fucking full half doll thing.
Like the molded ones or whatever. Like, I don't want it to taste like pussy. I want it to taste like cotton fucking candy.
Yeah. That is a weird, like, who is the guy, who is the girl being like, I want cum flavored face? I had that. Whoa.
That bitch is rugged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
That's real shit.
It's a lot.
That's real.
Them videos are a lot.
Like, you just walk in and it just smells like cum, but it's not.
Before we do our triggered words and end this, I'm just going to not show the camera, but I'm going to show you. I want you to see this because you've never seen it before. Or like you haven't seen a lot. I love how now Pornhub asks you if you're 18 before you enter. Like someone that's not 18 is going to hit no.
Yeah.
Trending searches, Haktwa. Number one trending search on Pornhub.
Oh.
Fake cum
louder
dildo. Okay. I mean, oh my God. So much.
Haktwa.
Okay, let me find a good one for you. I'm trying to find one that's not long that I can just like. I'm gonna turn it down to. Like, okay, like this girl is just giving a tit job to it. But I'm gonna show you. But like this is like the normal amount that you see in these videos. The camera can't see that, right? Oh, I can't turn it up. I'm gonna turn it up. Like, look, watch this shit.
Is that fake? That's real titties?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Dudes get off with that 100%.
Right. I know, obviously, or else you wouldn't be doing it, right? Mm-hmm. Like, that's not even a lot. I saw one the other day that was like, it looked like someone dumped a gallon of milk on her.
Imagine the girl that does that for a living, that only opts for the cum smelly. Like the cum smell cum.
That's what I'm trying to get at you. Like that's crazy. I want to smell like rose petals.
Yeah. Like,
and taste like Jolly Ranchers.
That bitch is more of a man than I am.
Right. All right, let's get into these church words. Enough about cum. Fake or not, it's enough about cum.
That is crazy.
So much cum.
Yeah. It is a bunch. It looks like Elmer's glue.
Like liquidy Elmer's glue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, like, I don't want to meet the chick.
There was a substance I found the other day that looked extremely like cum, and I was thinking about it being like, wow, that looks like cum. I can't remember what it was.
I never want to meet the girl that buys
cum flavored fake cum.
Yes. Yeah, I don't ever want to meet that person.
I mean, I do. I have questions to ask
because I feel like that chick has a lot going on that I just don't want to be a part of.
Really?
Yeah.
I like to dig deep, Anyways.
Like, I respect the fact that you're on it.
Connoisseur, man.
Yeah. I respect
I'm not sure that I'm a connoisseur. I'm just like, I'm fascinated.
I respect the like,
it fascinates me. I find myself watching porn just to watch. Like, I'm like I'll fall down I don't call it a rabbit. It's a black hole, not a rabbit hole. It's like a black hole.
Black hole, like full of.
Not an actual black hole.
No.
And I'm just like, I find myself just watching it. I'm like, what is happening? Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, next one, I'm like, God, this is even weirder. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I just find myself in pondering thought.
Like stepbrother porn and
Oh, that's just like
mommy.
well, that's what's crazy. Is like that's been for a long time now. It's like that's the like when you pull up Pornhub, it's like
a huge
the front page of Pornhub is like if you're on a regular browser that you use constantly, it's like a mixture of what is most popular and what you watch.
Mm-hmm.
So like, but the most popular ones, it's all stepson, stepmom, stepdad.
Yeah.
That is a weird thing too, man. That is a weird thing. Okay, random word generator. Here we go.
Yeah, that was one of the guys that. Hold on, that was one of the guy like that guy Graham Allen that he came out against porn. He said that porn ruins relationships.
Definitely doesn't. I mean, I'm sure it does in some people's relationships.
Sure, I'm like, dude.
You know what ruins relationships?
Not having sex.
Weak minds.
Yeah, really, it is. Absolutely.
Weak people.
Weak people. Yeah. It's a weird thing to say that though. I feel like really like that's your excuse. Like
it's not
your relationship ended because of porn.
Yeah, because like you got so infatuated with the horse dildo squirting a gallon of fake cum that you wanted your wife to do it and she didn't want to do it, so you got a divorce. No,
like
you're weak.
Yeah, like that's a byproduct of a bad relationship.
I have a real problem with people like that.
I do too. I just think like you fucking buck up, man.
Yeah, the problem is
you.
The problem with most of the problems in this world today is people are weak.
Yeah, right.
In mind and in body, you're fucking weak, man.
Yeah. I feel
men,
like
women,
like so many like
across
that
the board,
is a
fucking weak.
Terrible excuse for why a relationship could end.
Yeah.
Like that's a political view, man. That's a political standpoint. Not a fucking relationship standpoint.
Yeah, maybe it's a religious standpoint.
It is certainly, but the way he carves it out is like
again
ruining.
But it brings it straight back to it.
Come on, man.
If it's a religious standpoint and your family is religious and you think that the marriage is going to break up because you're watching porn and your wife or your husband discovers you're watching porn and that's what breaks it up, it's still the fact that you're weak and can't work through it.
Yeah.
That you can't be like, I don't need to watch porn because I'm a man of God or a woman of God or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You're still weak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
I have a real problem with that. Weak people.
Yeah.
I hate it. Are you ready for your triggered word?
Yeah.
Glacier.
Yeah,
sure. Glacier. I've always wanted to go on an Alaskan cruise and see some glaciers. Now I have to fly across the fucking country to get on one, though. They leave out of San Francisco and Seattle. Don't listen to me. I'm just talking to the people.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
The Alaskan cruise is like my type of cruise because I don't like the sun so much. So it's like the fact that you can't go swimming and like lay out by the pool, I don't have a fucking problem with it all. I'm just like, bro, I'm here to fucking drink, see some cool shit, gamble, people watch, Adventures of the Booby Watchers from the second floor of the balcony. That's what me and my wife do. Mm-hmm. Sit up there, especially in the morning. She usually gets for some reason, every time she likes to grab a Bloody Mary, even though she knows she doesn't really like them that much.
Right.
But she's like always wants to try one. Every time we go somewhere that has them, like we're staying and like we're gonna drink in the morning. She's like gets a Bloody Mary, and like I always get a mimosa because I'm the smart one. Mm-hmm. Go up to the second deck of the pool deck in the morning, have a cigarette. She's drinking her Bloody Mary, struggling through it because it's not good. I'm drinking my mimosa, loving life, and we adventure of the booby watch, and we just fucking peer down ladies' tops. It's great. It's a great time, man. She's got a fucking eye for good boobies, too.
Most women do.
That's true. Yeah.
Most women do.
Glacier.
Okay, well, I guess it's kind of anyway. Brought my kids to the first, like, movie I've ever brought them to.
Sure.
And it was in chat at the... brought them to the the aquarium,
Mm-hmm.
and I bought the pass that got us into the 3D IMAX thing.
Nice.
And we watched a IMAX movie about, I think, Alaska or like up there, the Great White North.
Yeah.
And, you know, animals and shit like that. The thing that I think I got, like, it's so fucking crazy, man. Like, you watch these things and it's like similar. It's like a kind of a Discovery Channel kind of situation or whatever the fuck, you know? And you're watching the polar bears run around on glaciers and then towards, you know, the water where they're, you know, icebergs are detaching and falling into the water. And then all of a sudden it goes from like this whole cool thing about like wolves and migrations and polar bears and all this stuff. And then it's like, but if we don't buy electric cars and we keep putting gas in our cars, that all these folks are going to be gone, and polar bears are going to be a thing of the past. But hey, it was in 3D, so that's pretty cool,
right?
And I just like both my son and daughter were like completely fucking infatuated with the fact that this thing was 3D.
Yeah, well, sure.
You want to talk about setting the bar high for your kids. Bring them for the very first time to a fucking movie theater. IMAX 3D.
Yeah.
You are fucked for the rest of the time that you can bring your kid.
Idea.
Yeah, because they get to wear fucking cool glasses. It's IMAX, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
As an adult, I can't imagine what it's like as a kid.
Yeah.
And so it was a pretty fucking cool setup. It was like 45 minutes, something like that. And we're watching it, and my son was loving life, and they're both on the edge of their seats. About 20 minutes into it, my fucking daughter is out. Just nothing. Gone.
Yeah.
Me and my son watched the rest of it. I just kept thinking, man, I was watching this thing, and I was like, man, everything about this was cool until they started talking about climate change, how it was all going to be gone soon.
Right.
And I was just like, man, does everything have to be about that?
You know what?
Like, do you really have to keep...
Is it weird? Not weird. It's interesting. I know it's interesting. Is it funny? I'm trying to think the right question here. Is it funny that now, like, the tide has kind of turned and the fucking winds have changed, and now, like, the general consensus of people that actually know what they're talking about is, like, what everyone has kind of been saying all along is, like, the earth goes kind of through these things and, like, heatings and coolings, and that, like, now that's almost becoming, like, the accepted theory. I'm gonna say theory that, like, that actually is what's going on. It's not really us.
Yeah.
Like, now it's coming back to, like, now scientists are like, well, maybe actually, you know, now we're seeing, like, isn't that funny? Like, and no one's talking about it.
What's funny is that they've all decided that history is real because carbon dating apparently only lies when it suits them, right?
Yeah.
Or used to. And then we decided not to care about historical temperature data because historically over the last 1,000 years, I think the temperature's changed not even a degree average or whatever.
It's very odd.
So weird. It's just fucking weird, man. Like, I don't, so they've just decided to accept the fact that historically you ebb and flow. There's hot years and there's cold years.
And what's funny is happens. Like, you're still getting the people that, like, it's become a political agenda, obviously.
Oh, yeah, it has been for a while.
It's a long time, but it's like you still getting people that are like, they're still going after it pretty hard. Like the people, like, I watched a video the other day of some guy that, like, glued his fucking hand inside something protesting climate change or whatever. Yes. And, like, yeah, a bunch of stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That one crazy lady that's always out at all the fucking protests. Mm-hmm. I don't know her name. I can't remember it. But you still see that.
No one fucking cares.
Yeah. But it's like, man, there's a huge, like, kind of like door opening of like
they've backed off.
Yeah,
because they realize that like history's history, man. It's real. It happened.
We've seen that you can see this happening.
They've done it.
Yeah,
they've done all the tests.
Yeah, like
and
you
all
see
the
all these like core samples from Antarctica of like, you know, stuff that's happened. And like, you can see that there was melt, there was this, there was that, there was refreezing. And it's like,
you guys were the ones that told us that dinosaurs died from an asteroid.
Sure.
That heated everything up and did this and that and and over a course of millions of years. And then it went back to this way. Because you took all these carbon dating samples.
You know, one day we do this podcast. I'd really like to get into the Younger Dryas theory.
The what?
The Younger Dryas theory.
Okay. I don't know what that is.
You have to do some research on it.
Sure.
That like the Earth has been impacted by like global catastrophic events more than a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We'll get into that. I think it's really interesting. Rogan's had a couple of guys on. Graham Hancock.
Graham Hancock goes on all the time.
Randall Carlson.
Both of those fellas.
Sean Ryan talked to Randall Carlson too.
Really? I think I did see that. I didn't see it, meaning I saw that.
Yeah.
Talked to him.
Not necessarily about that, but other stuff. And I think it's a very interesting theory that I like, and I like to hear about and talk about. I just don't have anybody that also knows about it to talk about it with, so I just talk about it to myself, in my mind.
Yeah, sure, it's good. Whatever keeps.
But it's good. It's a really good. It's a really interesting thing to think about, just with like stuff they discovered. All right, it's my turn. Hit that random word generator. You can go till you find a word that you think's okay. I hit yours like 3 or 4 times because some of the words were like the. Random.
Deputy.
But I did not shoot the deputy. Deputy. Man, what comes into my mind is the fucking fight story from the fair and those fucking sheriff deputies that came in.
It's a great story.
Do you want me to tell that one?
Absolutely. Why not?
Okay, I've already told.
A great one to end.
I've told this story. We've told the story before on the podcast.
We have?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Probably on a triggered, but I'm going to tell it again for the new listeners and maybe people that haven't heard it in a while. So me and Paul and my wife and my sister-in-law are at the California Mid-State Fair. We're at a Florida Georgia Line concert. And is that the concert that Joe Diffie opened up for him?
Oh,
Had to be.
Maybe.
It
Who the
doesn't
fuck was
matter.
Joe Diffie?
What?
Anyway,
You're fucking king of country music, my man.
Sure.
Anyways, so we're at this concert. Great concert. Seen him like, I don't know, 3 times now, 4 times now. And it's packed. It's sold out. It's a fucking concert, man. There's a lot of fucking people.
Right.
And specifically at this concert, there's 3 exits. There's like the back exit, there's a middle exit, and then there's a far right exit. No one goes out the far right exit because it shoots you right down into the middle of the fair. Most people go out like this middle exit. And you have 3 exits for like, 20,000 people or however many it is.
However many, yeah.
15,000, whatever it is. So you got like a line that like a bunch of people merge into one line to get out of a gate that's 4 feet wide. I mean, really. So we're going and the concert ends and we're walking towards this gate. Takes us forever, probably 10 minutes.
Right, yeah, I'd say that. Pretty easy.
So we get up almost to the gate, like we're off the concert floor of the grass dirt, and up these like 4 stairs to the concrete where like all the beer is and the food and like the grandstands are back there. And we're up the stairs, and I'm having like high anxiety of people being so close to me. So I'm just like, I'm staring at the ground, and I have my hand on my wife's shoulder, and like I'm just walking like behind her. Like, kind of just shuffling and just walking. And then I see Paul. He's like off to my like kind of right, like my 2 o'clock. And like I can see his feet, and my sister-in-law's holding onto my shoulder. And like I see his feet just disappear quickly to the 2 o'clock position fast. And Emily yells, "Fight, go!" And I'm like, "What?" And I look up, and there's like a stack of bodies here, and Paul is like running towards them, right? He's like almost basically there at that time. So fucking here I go, like I branch off, woof, and I'm going. And Paul's there, and there's like a mixture of male and female, right? There's like males mixed in, and females are like standing. It's like a dog pile of males with like females around them. And Paul's like moving women out of the way, like fairly gingerly. Get the fuck out of the way. Like parting the Red Sea, whoosh. And he grabs one dude that's swinging, like at this dog pile, and he grabs him and rips him off. And like I'm like right behind him, like, and now I'm in, and this dude is like, people are trying to like hold him down. It kind of looks like they're pushing him. I don't really know, like, so my thought was like, I don't know if these guys are fucking fighting him, if like they're all on this guy,
yeah,
or if like they're trying to hold him back, because it's kind of a fucking like a hodgepodge of shit going on. But I see the guy that it's centered on, regardless if they're fighting him or trying to hold him back. So I fucking get into like, Paul rips dude off, who's like the main assaulter at this point, the dude doing the most damage.
Yeah.
And like, so now I'm in, and I'm fucking throwing dudes off. Woof, woof. And fucking, I get to the guy that is like the center of attention, and I fucking grab him by the like the collar of his shirt, like where your buttons would be if you had a button-up shirt. And I'm like, hey man, it's over. And like, I say that to him, and I'm looking around, and now kind of everyone has stepped back. So I'm like assuming that they were trying to hold this dude back, or they were trying to break it up, and it kind of got, they're all drunk and like kind of falling around. So I'm like, okay. And this dude comes up like he's going to fucking swing at me, like, cause his fucking adrenaline's pumping.
Sure.
So like, I'm like, hey man, it's over. And I'm like holding him with one hand, and he fucking goes to swing at me, and I just fucking slam him against the wall. Like kind of like with an upward thing. So now I've got his shirt, and I've got him up against the wall, and my fucking fist is kind of like up into his jaw, pushing his fucking head up. And I'm like, it's fucking done, man. You're good. And I look over, and Paul's got a dude by the neck, and he's pushing this dude over, and he fucking slams this dude up against the wall. Like the building kind of made an angle, and it was like 10, 15 feet away. Like he pushed him a long ways, like pushed him over there and slammed him up against the wall. And now I'm looking at this dude, and like other people are in, they're like trying to pull me off of him. And I'm like, I'm still holding this dude against the wall, and I'm turning to people. I'm like, get the fuck off of me. And like people are like, kind of like have decided that like we are not messing around.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay. And like, so now it's kind of just me and this dude. And I'm like, are you okay, man? Like, you're good? He's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, this shit's over. I'm not fucking breaking this up again. Like you're fucking done. You need to fucking go. And I'm like, where are your people at? And Paul still got that guy way over there, like 15 feet away. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't remember now. Like, did I yell anything to you? Like, that guy's going that way?
What you said was, is this whole thing like something like, are you fucking done? And you look at me, and you're like, I'm moving. This guy's going this way.
Yeah.
Like, all right, this guy's going. I'm gonna.
Yeah, because we were like, we're gonna separate these fools.
And the guy was like, someone needed their hat. You remember that? Or whatever. But I remember you were like, are you fucking good, man? He's like, yeah, I'm good. He's like, and you go, good, because I gotta fucking pee.
Yeah.
And then the guy, of course, security was like, so
there's one singular security, black dude, yellow shirt.
And they aren't going to do anything.
They're not doing anything.
They're not, and they weren't going to do
like,
anything.
I've got this dude, I'm like, where are your people at? And he's like, and this girl's here, she's like, oh, like, he's with me. And like, this dude's like, oh, I'm his brother or his cousin or whatever it was. And I'm like, you need to get him out of here. I was like, get him out of here. Go out. Like, they're right by the gate.
Right.
I'm like, I'm telling you right now, the fucking cops are coming. They don't fuck around here. I'm like, the cops are coming. Get him the fuck out of here.
Right.
And like, by that time, you're already coming back to me.
Yeah, because I basically say exactly the same thing to that dude.
Yeah.
Go that way because the cops are on their way.
So like everything's gone. Like we're good. Yeah. We turn around. There's the fucking security guard, and he's kind of like standing there like with eyes wide. And I'm like, hey man, it's all good. Like we're off duty, like law enforcement. I'm like, it's good. We fucking handled it. And like as soon as I turn like away from him, here comes two deputies just strolling up, just walking through the woods to grandma's house.
Right. Yeah.
And they're like, they get to me and the security guard, and they looked at the security guard, and they're like, are we good here? And the security guard's like, yeah, those two are off duty, and they handled it. And they're like, oh, okay. And I'm like, all right. And I turn around, like we're heading out the gate, and like then I'm like kind of pissed off, and I fucking turn around. I'm like, hey, yeah, we handled it. It's okay. We'll send you the bill.
Yeah, we'll send you the bill. That was my favorite part. Besides that, I got to take a piss, or I got to. Are you good? Because I got to fucking pee. Yeah. No, we're good. Yeah, we're good. We'll send you the bill. Yeah. That was the last thing he said. We'll send you the bill.
And then we got cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, we went and got cinnamon rolls. So that's right. Yeah. To this day, I have no idea why I went there. I have no idea why I decided.
I'll tell you, because you saw a fight, and it was your instinct to break it up.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it wasn't all that close to us either.
No,
I mean,
it was like...
it was probably 20, 30 yards. I mean, plus there was a sea of people. What I remember about the whole thing was like...
I don't remember having to push anybody out of my way to get to it either.
The girl, well, at that point, it started doing that whole like fight circle thing.
Yeah.
Where like everybody kind of spread out and let the thing go. And there was just like a dog pile of Mexicans, because that's who they were.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
And so when I got there, because I don't remember anything at all, I thought I heard your wife say, Hickman's going to a fight or something like that.
Anyway. All I remember is her saying, fight, go.
Right. So when I got there, I just, what my interpretation of what was happening was that there was a guy that was getting fucked up.
That's what I thought when I got there.
By multiple people.
Yeah.
And that first layer was...
People trying to separate the fight.
Women.
Yes.
And
the second layer was...
And when I do distinctly remember while I was moving women out of the way, that I then realized that they no doubt were the ones that instigated the fight. But,
yeah, 100%.
And it was because of what they were saying.
Yeah.
Like, get that motherfucker, whatever, you know, right? And so then I got to the dudes, which were equally as easy to move.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
They were drunk.
And
115 pounds.
Also that. Although the guy that I had up against the fucking wall was fairly large.
Yeah.
From what
and also winning.
Also very much so winning.
It was very clear after the fact what had happened was the women instigated this fight. They started fighting, and then people tried to pull them off, and the guy that I had went to the ground, and that's why everyone was kind of like dog piles, because they were trying to pull people off, but weren't getting anything done.
Right, and the dude that I ended up having on the wall was, like you said, was winning, but wanted absolutely nothing to do with me or you.
Yeah, no.
No one did.
No.
Which kind of surprised me, because the one thing that I do remember feeling was that it was really weird that I wasn't getting hit in the back.
What was funny was like we both said the same thing when we were eating our cinnamon rolls. It was like when we got there and started pulling dudes off, it was like I was just waiting to get hit.
Right.
And I was prepared to get hit.
I was, and I felt the exact same way. Like, knowing when you go into something like that, like the one thing that I always like, it just, you just know, like you prepare yourself for the fact that you are going to get hit.
Yeah.
You're going to get blindsided.
It just wasn't
whatever
the case.
It is. And the thing that I kept thinking was like, when is it coming? Like I thought for sure we were going to get.
It just looked like it was a big brawl.
Yeah.
But when you started dissecting it very quickly, it happened super fast. It didn't seem like it, but it happened super fast. You realize it was a one-on-one, and people were just there trying to separate it. I mean, maybe not trying to separate it.
Yeah.
Maybe they were trying to fight, and then when they realized that like we were there actually separating it, they kind of like chilled out. But whatever, it didn't matter.
It was just
no one was combative once we got there.
You know what I think about now with that whole thing is like how different a fight in prison is.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds very obvious, but I'm going to say this and no, like the reason I say that is this. When you see a fight crack off in prison and it's multiple people, like it does not matter who's in there. Yeah. You are getting fucking hit.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody is leaving that motherfucker lumped up.
Yeah.
Like on some level, right?
Yeah.
And so what you realize on the street is that like that same exact scenario cracks off at that fucking deal. And really, no one wants to fight.
No one wants to fight. No.
Right? But the difference in prison is
you have to fight.
You have to fight, number one. Number two, most people want to.
True.
Like there's a lot of want to there because they're trying to prove something somewhere where like on the street, especially in some shit like that, that's just a couple knuckleheads that got pumped up on fuel.
Yeah.
And like some shit got instigated and they're like, well, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
But they have no other reason to throw a punch.
Yeah.
So as soon as they can, they're good. Yeah. Like as soon as someone else in this instance, it was us.
Yeah.
As soon as someone got there, they were ready. And a lot of times that happens in prison too. You see a lot of one-on-ones where like they're almost like
looking at
how many times have you how many times have you gone to a fight, like you go up to a fight and you're seeing these dudes that are sort of fighting but also staring at you, waiting for you to say get down, stop fighting.
Probably half the time
happens at least half the time. Here that's not like they're not looking, but they also don't really want to fight.
Right.
So they're doing it for their friends or the people around them, you know,
women.
for fucking love of the game, the honor of the thing, whatever the fuck. So as soon as we got there, it was like, oh, we have
there's a reason to stop now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was very interesting. And it just wasn't something that I was considering because all I was thinking about was I'm going to get hit.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm preparing that. I'm totally prepared to do that because I went there. Like, I'm like, I'm there.
Yeah.
Like we could have just not gone there.
Yeah, we could have.
Somehow. Like obviously it wasn't a decision that I made. It was just like, boom, I'm there. It was a fucking weird thing. It was also very funny.
It was. It was also fun.
It was. I gotta admit, it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. There it is, man.
That was it. Those are the triggered words for the day, week. Well, thanks for hanging out with us again this week, guys. Much appreciated.
Yeah, don't forget to check out the socials. We have TikTok, by the way, which is I'm not really sure about TikTok, but whatever.
I love that.
Yeah, it's weird, but whatever. I mean, it's there.
Still, Sasquatch looking for a name. We're still gonna keep going.
Mm-hmm. We need names.
Comment on the YouTube comment section. What do you want us to name Sasquatch? If you're just listening, follow the link in the description to YouTube. Just leave a comment. While you're there, you might as well subscribe too.
Yeah, Instagram, you could DM us if you want.
You could DM us if you want. Yeah, sure. If that's what you want to do, leave a comment on a post. Hey, name Sasquatch Fred. Okay, I'll put it in the run.
100%.
Yeah. So 5 stars on all those podcast sites. Subscribe on YouTube.
Have a day, man.
Yeah, do all of those things.
Yeah.
Take like 5 seconds.
Thanks for hanging, watching, and listening.
We appreciate it. Till next week.
Peace out.
We'll see you guys.